I do think the affordability from the perspective of the taxpayer, an employer, a family will be, the defining issue. And the question will be how we ultimately come to that, whether it's the sustainability of Medicare and, even recently outrunning the HI trust fund and the fact that Part B just draws from general revenue and how sustainable that is. The employers, if they ever would, wake up and realize that this is something that they have to address, that it's eating their budgets. And when you have, 40% of American families unable to get together $400 in an emergency, we've got to do something, because having, the way the health benefit is moving because of the costs that I'm referring to, they become much more, they're pushing much more onto the consumer through deductibles and copayments that they don't have. And so that reckoning feels like it has to come to a head.
I agree. Affordability will be the issue of the decade. I don't think there's any way out of that. It looks to me, Mark, like there's a shifting of risk from the employers and the payers to the consumers and the providers. Do you see that? Would you agree with that formulation or not?
Oh, no, I do agree with that. And I think the way the providers have responded to it is to consolidate and extract, in some instances where they can, higher prices, or to try and design payment systems that help them kind of protect their particular revenue stream. I think you've seen a lot of that in the alternative payment model process, where particular groups of providers will come together and say, well, let's build a payment model around what I do. And sometimes I think it is well motivated and intended to, result in a better product. But I also think there are attempts here where it's just to build a moat around a particular set of revenue. So yes, I do think that things have become less affordable for the employers. And so there has been this redesigning of health benefits to push much more on to the consumer to the extent that they can do it. So I would agree with that.